Recording in for YouTubes. I didn't even check what this mission was. This was a hack the workstation, and we don't have a specialist, so we've got to be quite proactive here. Keep pushing forward. Sorry, Dakio, so just responding to your comment about in War of the Chosen, it's not that easy due to the Lost. I find that if you have the right gear, especially the Lost beacon, then the Lost becomes such an asset that they help so much.
Be advised, self-detonating charges are in place at the target. Move to disarm and extract the package before its contents are destroyed.
Moving to position.
That is a risky drop down. Kind of have to go for it. We got to move. Just go, go, go. There's no time. Let's sneak all the rest of the squad to this side here. But I'm going to need eyes on the ground then. Conan. I think we'll have Conan drop down straight there next to... I want him to drop into cover. But at the very least, he's got to drop down on the first part of his movement. So that if he does get spotted, he can at least move away.
Bestätigt.
I love the fact that the timers have been tweaked a little bit
Bin dabei.
from the last time I played War of the Chosen and Long War 2. No, it was Long War 2 or Long War 1. Anyway, I have memories of missions like this starting with only 7 turns, which is just not enough.
Turn 4.
Right, Conan, good luck. What's up, Ruffle? Yeah, you're going to hear a fair amount of German. I got a bunch of German soldiers. I'm trying to remember the reveal rules. I think you have to move through a square to get reveals. If I drop straight down... Okay, yeah, alright, there you go.
Got some advent here.
Okay, this is bad, but not too bad. Is that a 2 alien pod? And interestingly, the Shinobis didn't... Sorry, the sectoid didn't move to cover. That's interesting. What can we do there? At a minimum, we need flashbang. And we need to get Sharpshooter into position. Let's do things a little bit differently. Let's actually cancel the idea of putting the Sharpshooter there. Let's put him here.
Positiv.
On the off chance it is another pod this side where everyone else will be moving up that way. But we kind of have to move and shoot now.
Okay.
So far only the Shinobi is in vision of that pod, which actually helps us. We can look to pull those two
Moving to
into
position.
Overwatch. Yet this is vision, but that isn't. What? Let's get the smoke down. We are in half cover.
Smoke's up.
And I worry that we might get bogged down here. So if I'm gonna get bogged down in half cover, I want to have smoke cover. Can I slash into cover? I can. Oh, you fucking kidding me.
It hit the plate.
And can Deadeye get a shotgun shot off to high cover? I think that's probably my best bet right there.
Wird schon nichts passieren.
Oh, and I thought Deadeye was the... Oh shit, I thought he was the assault trooper. He's not. There's another rookie.
Bewegt sich auch nicht mehr?
Right, must remember, wherever possible, I'm trying to bond techs, technicals to sharpshooters, and assaults with shinobis. So, wherever possible, technical blub cover, sharpshooter, finish off an enemy. Okay, now I have a run and gun ready to go, which doesn't look like I actually need all that
Moving
much.
to position.
34% chance is 1 in 3, it's worth a try, and could potentially stop a mind control. Nailed it! Ruffle, this is the second mission of the campaign. So we just started it.
Ziel vorbeigeschossen. We've got Advent here.
Hey, an engineer. Good shooting. Oh, missed.
Nicht erwischt.
Looked like a hit. Ooh, that's begging for a rocket. What kind of shots does Hartmann have? That's a good shot. Okay, so let's stick with our rocket plus sharpshooter follow-up plan. 5 hit points there, 6 hit points. I kind of don't have to. I can Shinobi slash there and Assault Trooper run and gun into that position. The technical shoots here that'll blow up that vehicle almost certainly kill that Guardian. Gonna scatter though. No, Raffle, I started because this is Long War of the Chosen, which I've been dying to play for a while, and it seems to be in quite a nicely playable state now. You know, I loved War of the Chosen, but I thought it was too easy, and I loved Long War 2, but it had too many issues. And hopefully now this is the perfect mix of the two. Okay, bam, Heinz. Good. Okay, so that's cohesion between those two. How do I get the Shinobis and the assaults to work together? They don't really. They tend to one-shot whatever they attack. We'll slash there, and we will run and gun. We do run and gun into cover. Own that nerd. That could work. It's only half cover though. That works, and slash there. Actually, I think I've a better chance with the shotgun to kill that. So 2 armor, I need at least 6 damage. After 7, it's a 66% chance to kill. Which I would need. I would need a max damage on the shotgun. There must be mods, I'm sure, to be able to get the Flammenwerfer. But I don't think I want to. Werfer means soldier, doesn't it? It literally means flame soldier. Flammenwerfer. Okay, so coming here is asking for... That's asking for a flashbang. So instead, let's run along here and then super duper noob will shotgun that nerd on the next turn. Oh, so Werfer means thrower. Okay.
On it.
So what is it? What's Nebelwerfer then? Nebel is what? I seem to remember the word Nebelwerfer from my Company of Heroes playthrough. Nebelwerfer was the rocket barrage thrower. Oh, smoke. Oh, Nebel is smoke. Ah, okay, that actually isn't too bad of a spawn, but the fact that it's two drones fucking sucks. Dealing with their flight and their armor this early on is such a pain in the dick. Fog thrower. Ow. Okay, so we've got an easy run and gun. Now, do we have an easy run and gun there? We don't actually. And I don't have a good run and gun there. Oh, mustn't forget to get the extraction going.
Hostile target down.
73. I need a max roll to kill. Let's see if we can soften up with some grenades.
Bin schon unterwegs. Ich habe die Ware.
Carbonivara. I have the Paquetes package Vara. I don't know. Not up to scratch on my German.
On the move.
Super duper.
Bin unterwegs.
The extra armors if it has sidearms like shredder rockets and HE rockets. There's quite a strange. Hang on, how long does holo target last? Only for the one turn. For the remainder of the turn. Okay, worth holo targeting. But I only tend to use the EXO suits on my technicals because I think in this build EXO suits don't give you the extra armor point. I just like the EXO suit.
Geht in Ordnung.
The EXO suit for the extra rocket, which I really like.
Gebe Feuerschutz.
Holo targeted plus 10. Get him!
Hit the armor. On the move.
So we did not at all have the right way to start. Ow! 15% chance, that's unlucky. We got 2 1-hit point injuries. It's going to put them out for a week, I believe.
Die Flagge konzentrieren.
That's fine, it's just a disorient on a rookie, no problem.
Ich tue etwas.
Run and gun. That's actually not going to be a flank, I don't think.
You'll be fine.
I can probably start thinking about corpses here on Conan. He's so far away anyway. 2%. Can you really not see that nerd? Really? 1 in 2 chance. Take it.
So wird's gemacht.
I think we're gonna have to flashbang that trooper. And that won't be a flank. Instead we'll medkit and move up into high cover. I really wish I could get the additional icons mod to work without ruining performance, but additional icons just it destroys performance. But yeah, it's such a good mod.
I got it.
I like that it gives you enemy mobility ranges at a glance.
I'm on it. Was ist da drüben?
69, good shot, take it. Ah, should have grenaded first.
Alt.
Rookie mistake. Union, you'll
Raus.
open the get the package in the next turn. Stobbie. Super duper. Move up.
I'm on it. Heading out.
Come on, give me a hit and a max damage.
That armor's tough.
Trying to remember which bit of tech has the AP rounds. It's advanced materials. Yeah, we need advanced materials. We'll do that next. Just getting AP rounds is so important
They're moving around the side.
because of this bullshit. Right, can you run and gun that nerd? At range though.
Second move. Getting it done.
We might do well to holo target there, 60%.
Got it.
Can I see that trooper in any of my spots? Yes, I can. Can I? No. Damn it. Oh, take the shot. Nice, max damage.
Das war doch klar, oder?
So we're gonna have to hit a 60% chance shot. Okay, let's start hoovering up these corpses.
Okay, ich gehe.
See, damn it. So I think I have the movement confirmation mod. What it's supposed to do is ask you for confirmation if you move someone out in the open. 60%. What is the stun? 75. Just stun him and walk up close next turn.
It's still moving. Rücke zu Zielkoordinaten vor. Werfe Granate.
Ist für dich. Get blown up. Right.
Move, move, move.
Grab these here corpses. What I like to do is to actually leave them in the extraction
Moving to
zone,
position.
so that if we have to deal with reinforcements, which it looks like we're probably going to have to, we can do so.
Gently now.
Dann mal los. Schon unterwegs.
Also, one of the best things about the Extract Corpses mod is some of the hilarious animations.
Bestätigt.
Carrying out the snake is one of the funniest animations, because the snake becomes all, how do I put it, erect. And erect is not a word you would typically associate with the snake.
Bestätigt. Let's go.
But good job, lads. So 2 wounds, unfortunate, but at least there was only 1 hit point. So most likely less than
On the move.
a week I'll be out for. Now, I haven't actually played War of the Chosen for a while, so I've got to think carefully about my build order of the buildings. I do think that Resistance Ring is still the first one to build. Then we'll probably go GTS and then Infirmary. And then we'll go for the one that allows us to increase soldier bonds.
Verstanden.
But Resistance Ring for Resistance Order, the GTS for training of troops and officer training, which is super important. I can't remember, I believe the ability training of the Advanced Warfare Center
Wird schon nichts passieren.
is not a thing in War of the Chosen anymore.
Und runter mit
Well,
dir.
I can tell you, as soon as I stopped spending my first hits of supplies on a GTS and started spending that money on buying a scientist straight up and throwing him straight into your first zone, things have gotten so much better for me. So, you carry that corpse, you carry that corpse, you have got drone that you're carrying. Right, 1, 2, 3, one other lad can pick up that one.
Let's go. Affirmative.
But what do you think? What do you guys think about the Extract Corpses mod? I understand how it affects the difficulty, but I don't mind that. I love it because it makes sense in universe, you know.
Waffe geladen. Advent forces moving on our
This is
position.
Firebrand. It's time to go.
Ganz sachte jetzt.
Bin
Los,
dabei.
zeigt euch.
There you go.
And the other nice thing is, Rafa, it gives you some pretty badass moments where you'll be extracting in front of a group of enemies, basically showing them the slain corpses of their comrades.
Got some fragile
Well,
cargo
actually,
here.
now that you say that, in that case, then that's valid. You could do that. You absolutely could actually then make it so that none of the missions actually give corpses, and you have to depend on extracting them manually. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Accessing data.
And then maybe combine that with a percentage drop chance on corpses. I mean, I think at a minimum they have to tweak the extract corpse mod so that you can't get exploded corpses.
Menace 1-5. Status
That to me
confirmed.
seems like a no-brainer.
The charges are inactive and the package is secure. Eliminate any remaining
You've got that
hostiles near
one,
the AO.
you've got that one, that one, that one, that one. Okay, so Conan, you can take that Grenadier out.
I'm on it.
Na los, zeigt euch.
So just quickly, I want to talk about the ways of increasing difficulty. So I realized this when I was playing Battle Brothers, and I played Battle Brothers on expert combat, but only veteran economic, because I found that. Okay, well, let's take a step back. So there's obviously different ways to increase difficulty. You increase difficulty by increasing enemy power, by decreasing your power, and by making your resources more scarce. Increasing difficulty by increasing scarcity is one of my least favorite ways of increasing difficulty. I always prefer to increase difficulty by buffing the enemy, because that's I always think like decreasing your own power should be your last option, because I mean anything that makes you feel like less of a badass on the battlefield is something I'm not that keen on. You know what, let's just blow this nerd up for the XP. I think actually this is a little bug which I've seen a couple times now, where a unit runs into cover and then doesn't reflect correctly on the screen. So let's just see if that fixes it. Yeah, absolutely right here. The game must be designed around it. Ah, you see? There he is. Hello, nerd. A second. You want my rookie to get the kill.
Hier, fang!
Ah, but now I can't pick up. Okay, I'll do it on the next turn, though. I will say one thing. In terms of increasing difficulty with extracting corpses, the most noticeable buff to it is that it gets you a muton corpse as soon as you run into your first muton, which is gigantic, because tac vests and obviously plasma grenades are a gigantic increase in your own power.
Evac confirmed. I've got it. Moving to position. I'm out of here. On the move.
It can be. Well, look, it doesn't say very much for my ability with the game. That without extract corpses, I find long war way too difficult.
I'm out of here.
Avenger, this is Firebrand. Package is secure.
Yeah, that's true. Because I think how much does an Andromedon corpse get you? Like 30 supplies or something? Isn't there a corpse right in front of me here?
Wenn es sein muss. Gebt mir Deckung.
But you know, part of the beauty of XCOM is you can have one campaign with a certain amount of mods. You know, smash it, and then just ramp it up with more mods in the next campaign. Well, I haven't actually gotten this far in Long War of the Chosen with extract corpses, but I can say that in Long War 2 with extract corpses, even with the ability to extract corpses, I don't find that I still struggle to fully outfit my groups of soldiers. Society, Lyrium core. Actually, you can answer one question for me, because I flat out don't know. Sharpshooter and Shinobi. I don't want to know.
That we can have them train as a pair for additional tactical capabilities.
I forgot what I was going to ask now. What was I going to ask? I've blanked. My hungover brain is really struggling. Fire in the hole, definitely. 14 days for 1 hit point of damage. Oh, that's right. I'm expecting 7, but it would be 7 if I had the infirmary. I'm thinking of the infirmary numbers. sniper targeting. Is there anything wrong with combine or bonding Shinobis to sharpshooters as a general rule? I mean, I suppose, why not? How's your bond with the assault?
Each of our soldiers has a unique relationship
Not,
with their
but it's very
squad
high. Okay, no, one more mission and it should be
combat missions
bondable.
together, their
I still want to
compatibility
do
will grow and
technicals
can
and
eventually
sharpshooters.
develop into a lasting
Assaults to
bond.
Shinobis. Okay, rookies. These are my two specialists. The 49 hack at Squaddy is not bad. It's probably pretty good. I'm trying to think what's the highest base hack value I've seen on a rookie. I'm going pistol sharpshooter. No. I much prefer the dedicated sharpshooter build, especially the hollow targeted sharpshooter. I really struggle once the more evasive enemies start to show up. What are they called again? Archons, the little flying fuckers. So the ability to hollow target an Archon is so important because it lets your entire squad have a better chance of hitting him.
To a site that may be worth investigating. Commander will need to completely
I'm gonna
scan this
finish
region
scanning
before we
first.
can establish contact with the local resistance. I'd advise we stick around and finish the job.
Long live the resistance.
Regional contacts located.
Okay, you lads go. Only 4. Not a lot. Supply and recruit. And once you have a spare technical, you can go in there.
Avenger plotting new course.
One thing I do find about Long War of the Chosen is that there's a lot more of these scanned rewards. The Long War 2 seems to have very few scanned rewards.
New objective added.
The advent officers have clearly been modified
Good.
to
There's
allow
the AP
for their
rounds.
subordinates to receive new orders psionically.
Excellent.
The implanted chip is the key.
Straight for hybrid materials. I think I might actually want to. 3 alloys. I need 2.
Knowing that my
I do find that I don't actually need to rush laser weaponry as quickly as I have in the past. Or, wait, a different way of saying that is that I have come to... Ooh, a resource cache. 5 troopers might be able to do that. I find that I've like on my offline practice campaign, I was able to have laser weapons and advanced laser weapons unlocked by the end of April. So I had them unlocked, but I wasn't actually able to build them. I didn't have enough resources. Let's send out... the assault is wounded. I want to bond those two. Sharpshooters, we're bonding to technicals, so we will send out Borscht and Stobbie. Try bond them. Try bond Wickstrom and Deadeye. I can probably only do 5 troops. So maybe a rookie. Yeah, that should be doable. Sharpshooter. What we got? Laser sight. Scope is nice. A laser sight. I prefer the scope. My assault. Oh yeah, one thing worth remembering is that these weapon mods can't be stripped away that easily. I think it's a continent bonus to be able to do that. Wait, hang on, I need to build some AP rounds, at least 2. One for the sharpshooter. And one for the assault, I would think, at a minimum. Oh, we can't build PCSs yet, eh? No, we finish that trooper autopsy first. Let's go, boys. And 60 aim on that rookie, so wait a minute, let's not do that. Let's go SMG double frag grenade just for the reliable damage. Kevlar balaclava looks amazing. Tinted ballistic. Classic weapon or classic. I don't like this 2. I like the 0. Well, the padding looks good. It's Vaynard. Let's hand out your standard issue gear for this campaign. Ruffle, how long for... I could do another... Let's do one more mission for this episode and then it'll be 4 o'clock. I think I'm going to stream until 6 o'clock, so 2 more hours at least. And then this evening we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. God, I love XCOM. It feels so good to be playing it again. Armor pattern. Classic. Fuck, that looks so cool. I love this color scheme. I mean, the blue and white is a nice combo, but I don't think there's really any military uniforms that use blue and white like that. 22, wasn't it? And legs 1. Some navies might use blue, I think. I can't think of any. Right, Operation Bone Walker, smash and grab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 troopers, a little bit light. But the fact that we have a technical and a sharpshooter should be able to do for 1 or 2. But I mean, with Assault and Shinobi, you really can't do much better than that in the beginning. Is there any chance I can bond you to Assault? No. Technical and sharpshooter. Come on. Yeah. Hopefully after this mission. 2 frags, 2 flashbangs. Yeah, some AP rounds, good.
Sky Ranger deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5x5.
Avenger plotting new course.
That makes a lot of sense, Shiny. Yeah. Squaddy gunner. That's cool. We needed a gunner. Paul Fitzgerald. Paul Kink Fitzgerald. So why are we getting, after our recent success, maybe this isn't Arctic Air Force. Wait, why are we getting a second scan reward?
Avenger plotting new course.
Oh? Oh well, I'll take it, but that doesn't seem right. That soldier was the reward for that mission we did. Oh, awesome. Resistance contacts +1. Okay, this is definitely a bug. I keep getting rewards after reward. Am I going to keep taking him? No, I can't keep taking them. We'll see if there's one more reward after that, we'll just leave it, but that definitely doesn't seem right. 3 days for an engineer. No, can't be done, unfortunately.
Strategic resource located.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, okay, that's not a bug I've seen before. Intel eyes. Now it's a rush to the next 100 intel to make contact with a third country.
Setting course for Sector 1, the Arctic.
What's up, Splatty? You're right, mate. No point in infiltrating any further because extremely light is the lowest. We got Horst, Stobbie, Vikstrom, Jedi, Widowmaker. Good luck, boys and girls. Kill some aliens. Studies, it's great to be playing again. Love XCOM. Until Battle Brothers came along, XCOM was my favorite game of all time. Operation Bone Walker.
Advent forces are in the process of airlifting a number of supply crates out of this area, and we have an opportunity here to take a few for ourselves. Locate and mark the crates with transponders, and Firebrand will handle the rest.
1440p, wow, have you got yourself a beast of a machine?
On it.
Speaking of beast of a machine, I'm getting mine delivered next week Wednesday.
10-4.
I bought a machine that's got a i9 9900, 16 gigabytes of RAM. I think I might up to 32, a GTX 270. So looking forward to it. But the irony is I don't play any games that really need that much processing power and graphical power. But I mean, my current rig has lasted 4 years, so the old girl has served me well for a very long time. 4 years without a single issue is amazing. I mean, I've had to replace this, the power unit. Yeah, it's definitely... Yeah. I wonder if there's like a high-res texture pack or something for Battle Brothers that we can use. But I've been meaning to change my content a little bit away from the slower, turn-based, grindy type of games. I don't play any sort of shooty, graphically demanding games. I'll certainly start to do that in future. We tried Vermintide 2, but it was so weird. I really didn't like Vermintide 2. There's nothing wrong with it, but it just didn't grab me. Whereas Vermintide 1 was fucking wonderful. Okay, so I believe the way to do smash and grabs is still to only mark the crates once they you get the notification that Advent's going to smuggle them out.
Sieht nach feindlichen Einheiten aus.
Make me a tick just out of the grenades being up beside me. It's pretty fun and such. What do you mean IRL? Did you have are you a military man?
Begebe mich zu dieser Position. Go, go, go.
Hey, look at these shots. Awesome. Get into position, lads. We'll try to wipe out that pod as soon as we can. Which means that if the spawn rate, it's 7 to 9, but I've only ever seen it be the maximum of 9. Let's assume we've got 9 aliens. Let's try at least wipe out that pod. So I've only got 6 to deal with afterwards. So Splatties, I'm not sure we're going to find out. You will notice that the mod list I'm using now is very, very reduced. And that's part of the reason I just like, for the sake of stability, I really, really, really wanted a stable playthrough, and so far it seems pretty stable. Holy shit, dude, you got grenaded by someone? I hope you're okay. Well, always nice to hear from military lads. A friend of mine he was a captain in the Royal Marines. Now he's retired. He works for the UN now. He did 2 tours of Iraq and 1 of Afghanistan. Total badass. So this will be episode 2. I've just started, Splatties. It's about my friend who was in the military. It was so crazy, like in our group of friends, we can't believe that he became an actual real-life badass, because in high school there was always the guy who was a little overweight and shy and quiet. And then he disappeared to the military for a couple of years and came back. And we couldn't fucking believe it. Like, he had lost so much weight, he had all these muscles on him. All of a sudden, all the female friends in our group were like, wow, we never knew he was hot. It was fucking ridiculous. Anyways. Actually saw him today. I went to the gym with him today. And it's so humbling, because over the years, oh fuck, I've known him for 30 years, but over the years I've always been in way better shape than him. But now I go to the gym and I can't keep up with him. I just. Let's see. So you had partially collapsed lung, bruised spleen, bruised stomach. Holy shit! I guess that was all shockwave injuries. You didn't actually get any shrapnel, did you? Nice big crit. Well, glad to hear you're okay, Shiny. So, but now this means see, just nipping the sectoid in the bud right now is super tempting. There's okay. What happens if I run forward like it? It's quite likely we aggro the last pod. I can slash into that position. We've got 2 drones active. I need to start taking care of these drones. Drones are super fucking annoying, but they're not that dangerous though. The sectoid is more dangerous.
Get ready for a surprise!
As usual, my tactical approach is maximum aggression. Kill, kill, kill. I believe the military term for that is get fire superiority as soon as you can. But anyway, so talking about the military guys, I've got endless respect for guys in the military. I very briefly thought about it when I left high school, but I was honest with myself. I just don't have what it takes to be in the military and have people shooting at me and shit. Nope.
Sie haben mich gesehen.
Not for me.
Bewegt sich auch nicht das Paket. They're on the move!
Okay, so you've used the phrase I don't understand there. What do you mean by... I know what the word enough means, and I know what DACA means, but using the 2 words together like that doesn't make sense. Enough DACA. No, I don't follow. I don't understand what you mean by that. Enough DACA. What a strange concept.
Genau so.
Oh wow. Well, again, glad you're okay. Daka. Oh no, Ruffle, I was being sarcastic, dude. I was like, there's no. I was trying to say there's no such thing as enough Daka.
Wir sind die Besten.
Okay, so we've killed 7. It's most likely that there's another 3 alien pod around here somewhere.
If you say so.
Good work. Advent's locator is down and our transponder is active. Firebrand will handle the pickup.
But I've got to think carefully telling stories about my friend in the military because he's got so much. Well, he did say because he was in Afghanistan and his Royal Marine detachment was being supported by American air forces, and I think there was an Italian group as well helping him.
Firebrand is on deck for
And he told me the story about how he called in. What was the phrase he used? Fast movers, American fast movers, and then they had to very, very hurriedly run away from their position because they could see as the guy was coming in that they were going to get hit. And he can rant endlessly about how how he's not. Yeah, it's weird because like he's obviously grateful to have any support in the field, but he's always like fucking Americans. Nothing like a bit of blue on blue to start the day. Speaking of which, somehow integrating the potential for friendly fire into XCOM could be super interesting.
Geht in Ordnung.
I think that just mean fast movers as like jets, and then like just to differentiate them from the helicopters. But if we're going to talk about jets, I mean, like I'm very much. I wouldn't say I'm against war and military forces straight up, but I have like ideologically, like I wish you could live in a world where there wouldn't have to be war and everything. I understand, but just like anyone, you know, as a kid had the posters on the wall of jets and stuff like that, and I can watch endless programs about military systems, and I find them endlessly fascinating. Especially the A-10 Warthog. Love that thing, it's so cool. Okay, so this is exactly what I did not want to have happen, so shit. Let's hope that no one ends up dying here. I made the mistake of assuming that there wouldn't be another pod, because we've already killed 7, and it said 7 to 9, but here we've got 10. Our assault trooper is in deep trouble here. He's going to potentially take 3 shots.
Taking fire over here.
Remember watching a Discovery Channel program about A-10 pilots. I think it was a female pilot who was showing how she got hit by anti-aircraft. Fuck's sake. Down goes Vinart. And then just seeing the state of that A-10 after getting hit. It had like half of its wing was missing on the left. On the left side, its little small little wing on the back was gone. Covered huge chunks. It was fucking incredible.
Heading out.
Closest thing to a flying tank. But I never get tired of watching A-10 videos. Just listening to that gun, that bah! And then like you'll see the footage of the little tank, and then there's just smoke and plumes of smoke, and then it scatters, and it's just this molten pile of slag. You know, brrrt.
I'm trusting you here.
I do love the way of thinking of saying, this gun, this is the most amazing gun that's been made in human history. Let's make it fly. I think that's awesome.
Check it before you get too close.
It's not let's put a gun on this airframe, it's about let's put an airframe on this gun. Brilliant. Shit, I gotta get reinforcements in, and I need to stabilize my Shinobi.
This is Firebrand. Evac request confirmed. Hold tight.
Das war nichts.
Oh yeah, and my friend who was in the military was saying they always loved getting supported by A-10s, because as soon as you call the A-10s in,
Heading out.
the insurgents just go to ground. Because like as soon as they see and hear the A-10s, they just stop firing and they go down, because they know, like within reason, you know, whatever you're hiding in, whatever you know, fortifications you have, it's not going to matter. That A-10 gun will just fucking annihilate it. God, miss. Oh, protected. We're taking too much damage here. .62 hit.
I can't move.
That 62 seems a bit high. Oh, it must have been amazing seeing those A-10s buzz a body of water. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did that, and then you go near the area, well, if you could, go near there, and then you'll just see just fish corpses in the water.
On your order.
Fucking terrifying piece of kit. 92% miss. God damn it, Widowmaker. Do we get any flanks there? No. Yeah, fucking rookies.
Nachgeladen.
Yeah, there's a pretty good little meme, XCOM meme that I saw. It's the picture of when you have a sectoid and the rookie will actually be inserting the barrel of his gun into the eye of the rookie and then miss. It's getting to the point now I need to use some explosives to guarantee some kills here. This is actually, hang on, let me stop fantasizing about A-10s and start making sure I kill fucking troopers. Oh my god, what is going on here? Now I need a 37% shot here. I think I'm better off killing that one. 37 and 31. Then again, if this hits, it needs to roll a 4. Okay, good shot. Hang on, so Shiny, I missed your story. So the best story I know is from my uncle, which basically is only which basically has only our defense minister above him and works in Berlin. He told me once in Afghanistan they had a camp with US and French forces. The French had hookers, the Italians cooks, the Americans their shitty beer, and German soldiers drink everybody under the table. Lol, that sounds about right. If they didn't have the US in them to take. Well, I suppose that, I mean, like, if you know you're taking a convoy with the Americans,
I guess that'll be okay.
you have to contend with the American air power. Because obviously all the other nations have air power as well, but nothing compared to the Americans.
Kein Problem.
Ah, that was Modern B story. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yours was shrapnel. But anyway, you so lucky you didn't take any shrapnel, because I can only imagine. I don't know about these things, but I can only imagine that is worst case scenario. Taking shrapnel to the leg, and you can't be an adventurer anymore. Okay, looks like we're going to lose a soldier here. I don't have anyone with a medkit in range. Which reminds me, there's a mod I need to be using, because he's carrying a medkit, but you can't use his medkit to actually stabilize him. See, if I had a Fulton harness here, then I could be able to extract him that way. Shit, so it looks like we're taking a corpse back. Unless I can run and gun? No, I can't. Damn it. First casualty of the campaign, won't be the last.
What's over there?
Are any stun lancers appearing yet? I don't think so.
Geht klar.
Yeah, I'll have to contend with some reinforcements here. God, that's so sad. He's just got to stand there and watch his mate bleed out.
Ganz sachte.
That's the last
Holy
of the
shit,
supply
so
crates in this area.
snapped your
Then it's one
femur
by,
and
you're
walked on it for
clear
3
for
weeks.
evac. We got
Hang
what
on,
we
so
came for,
what was
don't
that
take any
undiagnosed?
unnecessary
The
chances
fractured
out
femur?
there.
Let's do this.
Because I can imagine once you suffered all those injuries with the grenade, then you would have been put straight into med bay. Goes ape shit and hunts down with the thing that has involved. Yeah. Well, again, my friend has told me some super interesting stories about how differently the various armed forces around the world, just the different way they do things. Like he was saying that the British are a lot more meticulous and a lot less aggressive, especially in dealing with the locals. And he says whereas the Americans are more shoot first, ask questions later. And not so much with the whole hearts and minds. It's just more about the whole and then just deal with the rest, which I can understand.
Got some advent here. They're flanking my position.
Okay, I need to get my head in the game now. I'm too much talking to chat.
Hostile terminated.
I need to get these guys dead now.
This is Firebrand. It's time to go.
I do to kill these guys though. Okay, no, hang on. Natasha Dvorak, can you get a cheeky flank on that nerd? Can. Maybe I'll just ignore these two and just GTFO. Let's just get the hell out of here now.
Und hoch mit dir. Bereit zum Abmarsch.
So, okay, let's grab a corpse,
Keep an eye on things.
run back. See, I want to use that high cover, but it's always risky going near that stuff. Do these lads have grenades on them? It's incredibly unlikely that they will actually manually shoot those tanks to make them explode. I don't see any grenades. But speaking of freedom, have you guys ever played Helldivers? I love Helldivers. It's that top-down RPG type thing. And there's a little bit of social commentary in that game. Where, you know, it's in a fictional future, but they have like a very much a hoorah humans type of thing.
I've got it.
And your little soldiers, when you're shooting aliens, are like, you know, stop resisting freedom.
Moving.
You check it out. It's quite fun. I've got a few videos on my YouTube channel, but it's buried deep a little bit. Rip.
I got the package.
Damn, that's a Shinobi we've lost. That's unfortunate.
Location confirmed.
Okay, so the other two lads are going to have to run Overwatch. So if you technically use both your moves while carrying a troop, carrying a corpse, I think it still counts as a sprint. So it should be 20% defense rather than the 10 if you're just moving.
Advent forces sighted.
Damn, done Overwatch. I was hoping they would take active shots and miss. Missed. Good.
They're all over me.
Die haben wohl ein paar Freunde gerufen.
Come on, boys. Go, 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 go. Get out.
Got it covered.
Roger that.
I hope that misses Overwatch. Potentially, yeah, I went that way especially, so that's obscuring the Overwatch, I hope. I think we got away with it. Yes. Okay. Disappointing to lose a soldier, but doing a smash and grab with 5 soldiers is risky. And
Getting out of here.
after the first month or two, I absolutely will not send 5 troopers. It's too risky.
XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand returning to base.
Good job, lads. The main thing is we got all 12 of the resource caches.
Was a planned exercise. Citizens should not be alarmed. All weapon fire and wounds.
Damn, Squaddy Veskire, did I?
Commander, the media
Memorialize
is a
him.
powerful tool. Just ask Advent's propaganda machine. I say it's time we turned it against them. By spreading the word of our soldiers' exploits in
Over.
combat,
No,
we
wait.
can bolster morale throughout the resistance.
There's always. What is going on? There's always another pod. Rip, did I? $70 supplies, that's nice though. 16 alloys, good. Mobility, great. Hyperreactive isn't that good. Triple corpse and a drone wreck.
Commander?
Commander, each of our soldiers is rated based on their understanding of our tactics and capabilities.
Well,
Something we
Widowmaker, you
refer
can
to
then
as
replace
combat intelligence.
that soldier who died,
Because of
so
their unique
Shinobi.
experiences in the field, our faction soldiers from the Resistance will gain access to new abilities
Right,
based on
Stobbie,
this
can you
combat
bond with
intelligence.
Horst? Yes, you can, finally. Hang on, so you got screwed in a demo mission. At 1 readiness, so I went in a small team of 5, jumped up to 3 right as the mission started. That doesn't make sense. Were you 100% infiltrated? What happened? Technical and Sharpshooter. Stobbie and Hartmann. 6 combined missions. Text. Text box 2. Look upon them and tremble. It's 118%. That is so strange. I've never seen that before. So when you got in, how many enemies were there? Because if I jumped up 3 levels from extremely light, very light, light, normal, that's like 20 to 25 troopers. And the game's crashed again. Yeah, dang it. Oh, no, it hasn't. Oh, whoopsie. No, man. Back. Okay, I need a break, and it's an hour long.